Now, you may or may not have a SQL background, but when I started working with MongoDB, there was one thing which I found kind of hard to wrap my head around. MongoDB is a so-called NoSQL solution because it's basically following an opposite concept or philosophy than all the SQL-based databases do. Instead of normalizing data, which means storing it distributed across multiple tables where every table has a clear schema and then using a lot of relations, instead of doing that, MongoDB goes for storing data together in a document, and it also doesn't enforce a schema on you. So we got no schemas in MongoDB. If we have multiple documents in one and the same collection, they can have different structures. That is one thing I mentioned in the last video. And this is really important. This can, of course, lead to messy data, but it's still your responsibility as a developer to work with clean data and to implement a solution that works. But on the other hand, it gives you a lot of flexibility, and flexibility is always good. You can use MongoDB for apps that might still evolve, where the exact data requirements are just not set yet. You can get started, and you can always add data with more information in a collection, in the same collection, at a later point of time. You also work with less relations. There are some relations, and I have a whole module where I talk about that, but with these embedded documents, which I already showed you, one core thing of MongoDB indeed is that you have less tables, so less collections, which you connect, but instead that you store data together. And this is where the efficiency is derived from. Since data is stored together, when your application is fetching data, it doesn't need to reach out to collection A, merge it with collection B, merge it with collection C. Instead, it goes to collection A. Then MongoDB has a very efficient querying mechanism behind the scenes so that it can go through all the data very fast when looking for a specific document. So this will be super fast. And then it finds that document and it's done. It doesn't need to do any merging most of the time. So this is really where the speed, the performance, and the flexibility comes from, and this hopefully speaks for itself that this can be useful when building applications. And this is also why NoSQL solutions, and amongst them most of all MongoDB, is super popular for read-write heavy applications, applications with a lot of workload, applications that store a lot of data, let's say smart devices, which send some sensor data every second. For such applications, but also for building an online shop or a blog, MongoDB is an amazing solution due to the performance and the flexibility it gives you.